Welcome everybody to South Kitsap High School for our very first football broadcast of the season. We are coming to you live right here on SKTV, Wave Digital, cable channel 205. And we're also streaming this game live on high definition on YouTube. You can find the link to the game by going to the South Kitsap website, the homepage, click on the YouTube link, and you can watch the game in HD. There are no fees for our broadcast, so don't let anybody charge you that. Tonight, the Wolves take on the Bethel High School Bison. My name is Brian Pickard, and I am joining me in the booth tonight is Troy Larson, and we are looking forward to just an exciting first game of the season. Troy?
Brings us to the stadium, but it's so much more than that. I could watch the junior ROTC 5 nights a week, much like you can. The cheer squad's out, the students are out, the band is awesome. So the football is being there's so much more that goes into the stew that makes it just
absolutely. And we have a great crowd here tonight, considering school doesn't start until next Wednesday. But totally agree. I mean, you're talking, I'm getting goosebumps listening to you and being here. It's been such a proud tradition. It's been a little bit tough the last number of years and stuff, but I think there's some very much renewed energy and excitement, and it shows in the crowd that's here, the cheer squads, the color guard, the players.
And the weather
showed up. Absolutely beautiful night tonight. I'm actually hoping it cools off a little bit.
I don't know when the last time you and I were asking for AC up here, but XL guys up
and folks, there's a window. That's it. Towards the field. So we have to close and open that window frequently. When the band plays, we have to close it down. So the captains are out there. They flipped the coin. South is going to receive, and the Bison and the Wolves shake hands. The referees are there. We do have 2 honorary captains tonight. We'll get into that maybe here in a few minutes, but and the honorary captains are 2 staff members that have been selected. I know them both, totally just incredible people and educators, Frida Evans and Marcus Lowe.
Fantastic. And it looks like they're going to be on the receiving end to start off the 2022 season, Brian. So, like most high school sports, it is such a dramatic difference.
Yeah, fancy boosters are selling
year to year, and
yummy Krispy Kreme donuts every game this year. So make sure you get down and get some. They're almost always gone by the end of the first quarter, maybe halftime if you're super lucky. So get down there and support them. And I'm sure the band is usually selling concessions, so go down and support them as well. Thank you very much.
Study and dedication and hard work.
The
SKHS
emphasizes sportsmanship code.
Right?
Absolutely. So the Wolves are going out there, taking on the field. I'm going to go real quick if I can with the starting offense, since we'll be receiving the ball first. Up front, our big guys, we have Damian Wheaton, 6'2", 339, number 53 at left tackle. At right guard is Riley Smith, 5'11", 230. Starting at center is the senior, Mr. Burke. I met him this summer, great guy, 6'5", 305. And starting at right guard is John Gosser, 5'9", 234. And at right tackle, Brian Santini, 6'2", 241. So they've got some size, and I know they've got some athleticism. Receivers are Dominic Roebuck, number 9. Number 5, Clark Octavia, 6'1", 161 pounds. Slot backs are Mason Molina, number 3, and number 2, Jordan Lee. Your signal caller to start the season out is Nate Erickson, number 12. And the running back is Brock Mailing, 6'1", 183, and there goes the kick. He's picked up about the 20-yard line. He cuts left. He's got a little running room. He's brought down about, I always have a hard time with this, Troy, so I'll apologize in advance but it looks like about the 23-yard line.
23-yard line, absolutely. And Brian, I think I was with you when we met Brendan, the center, and he's a full-size human. He's a big boy. So see how it goes. See what South comes out with, and we get into a little bit of.
And I promised him that I would pronounce his name right. Apparently, in the past, I have not. So I apologize, Mr. Burke. And yeah, and he's big enough that we will call him Mr. Burke. Nice kid, absolutely fantastic kid. He's your starting center. Handoff goes left. There's a flag down. Flag on the first play. Decent running play. Picked up about 4 yards, I think. I got to remember that I'm doing play-by-play. I'm not usually doing that. So
that's okay.
So that's my excuse for being doing a poor job on it. Looks like it's going to be against the Wolves.
So you might, if you're watching on TV or if you come to that game, you might recognize some W's on some Wolves helmets this year. And it was a program that was put in the offseason. It's called Wolves Win. And it's really a bunch of standards developing during the
first and 20 on the 14.
In the offseason. And it's not only about performance on the field, but also academically, Brian. So it's based on academics, character, multi-sport participation, which
that's
personally
fantastic.
I'm a huge fan of. Strength, speed, agility.
All right,
and there are bonus points for leadership.
We got a handoff up the middle. Gain of about 5. They were penalized 15 yards. I didn't see the call. Too busy shuffling papers up here. We're just getting used to this. We needed some preseason.
Of course, preseason.
But yeah, I read that. I didn't mean to cut you. New offense, and they're going to have players going this way and that way, and motion, and interesting formation and offense. Quarterback under center, pitch to the right. He's got a little bit of running room, and the Bison close that opening down like right away. I'm not sure that they gained anything there. So it's going to be about 3rd and 15, I believe.
It looked like it was developed.
3rd and 18.
Looks like it was a little developed and slow on the right-hand side there, but to be honest, Bethel did a good job of closing that off. Good pursuit by the Bison.
All right, it's third and long. Erickson's under center. He's looking. He's giving signals to his receivers. I think this is going to be a pass. I saw somebody jump in there, but I think it was defense. Nice cut. He's coming up. He's got that first down of the season. Excellent blocking. Great run. That was number 2.
That brings up a Wolves first down.
Fantastic effort and a very good play on third down.
So they've got 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Hand up on the middle, nothing there. There's some good penetration by the Bethel front line.
Actually, I think Dominic actually did a good job of hanging on to the ball. Yeah. He didn't have a lot of time to react.
Absolutely. I will, those of you that are friends and family of the color guard, I will be giving you who our color guard was this evening at a time I can do that. So, all right, we're looking at lost a couple yards, about a 2nd and 12.
Nice job by the quarterback there. Good job changing up his cadence maybe a little bit. And,
drew him off. Yeah, they were showing blitz up the middle, but he went a little too far. Folks, and particularly if those of you that are tuning in, potentially that are Bethel fans, we do not have a roster for Bethel, so we're not going to be able to call out people's names.
Ball moved up to the 42-yard line.
Apologize for that. But first game of the season, we're just kind of, getting through this. We'll do the best we can and everything there. So we've got a 2nd and 7. Still looking for the first pass play, Troy.
That's okay. As long as they're moving the ball, just keep running it. I'm fine with that.
Nice little counter. That's Mr. Lee. Up the middle, I think we got another first down. 8 and 7. First down. That's 2 of them.
Love the fact that they're wrapping up the ball, taking good care
Ladies and
of it.
gentlemen, we know that there are many new students
that
out
every-
there, especially you who are running freshmen this year. We have a student section that we would encourage you to come sit in the student
I
section
don't know.
and help out the
That would be
cheerleaders
you.
and the crowd.
But that sounds like something he would say.
Student section
Most
is
people
right
out in the
below the
audience
box
probably don't
down
know
here
who
next to the
was.
band. Come on down, be part of the party,
He's
guys.
still alive. I heard him in a conference once. Funnier than all get outs. But let me tell you, not a very big guy in stature, but all big in the football.
Nice quick hitter.
They're doing a lot of motion one way, cut back the other, and then hand the third. I mean, so it is. We're going to have our work cut out for us just trying to keep up with these guys.
So Brian, we've been doing this a couple years at least, right? And
Josiah
a couple
Slater with the
of
carry.
iterations of,
We got 2nd down on the 46-yard line.
sustained drive, right out of the get-go. First
Absolutely.
drive of the season.
Absolutely. Build up that confidence right away.
They did have a penalty on the first play, but they chalked that up to nerves.
Yeah,
for kids.
happens.
Happens.
The handoff, he's going right, he's cutting up. Not going to get much.
So
Bethel did a nice job of pursuing
Ryan with
and
the
cutting
carry,
the
he's taken
angles. He had
down by
nowhere to
Ware
come
and
back into.
Jeremiah.
And honestly, I thought excellent discipline by the Wolves lineman there who pulled, who did not commit a penalty. Allowed the person that was. It's better
You got to knock on
get
wood.
in there.
He ran hard, but he just didn't really have much space to go here. So,
Third and 7, Brian. We'll see if they go back to their quick hitter up the middle. Let's see where they had some success on 3rd and long, and a little motion to the right. And there it is.
nice tackle.
On the carry.
I think.
Hopefully we
Yeah,
got it.
we're doing the best we can here. He's a big kid there. He's 6'4", 266.
First down. No measurement needed.
And I don't want to tackle him. 266 pounds running at me. Oops, I fell down, coach.
We got make a business
Oh, my
decision,
goodness.
as they say.
He is a big boy.
So the Wolves 1st and 10. The ball's on the 38-yard line, Brian. This has been a great drive and have certainly whittled away a lot of time off the clock, which is fantastic.
Quick pitch to the left.
Good pitch to Jordan.
Jordan Lee
All right.
mixing it up. I like it.
Lee on the carry. Tackle made by Coxey.
As far as I know, their formation has been the same. Two wideouts. They've got a running back, and then we call them 2 slots, I believe. We don't have our football guru, Phil Neninger, here tonight. He's in Montana. You listening to us, Phil? Send us a text. We miss you, buddy. You tell us what was going on. We'll take it. There's my big guy there.
Good quick hitter up the middle.
Slade with the carry. He gets down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I still like the fact that Josiah grabbed
Coxey
the ball.
again on the tackle. Ball be placed at the 36.
I'm laughing because Phil just texted me and he says it's a wing T. I think it might be a wing L, maybe. Wing T? I've heard of that. Or triple option. That's what it's called. Actually, text me that too. It's supposed to sound like I know what I'm talking. Thanks, Phil.
3rd and 8.
Handoff, running right, got a little bit of room, nice move. Not quite to the first down.
Bowman Hardy on the carry.
TV and Mark down. Seems to be a leg injury, and best?
He was tackled kind of, it was fair, clean tackle. He was kind of wrapped up around the leg, so maybe an ankle or maybe calf or something.
Well, it also gives us an opportunity to speak to the staff and the support they have here around the medical facilities and what a great job they do with training the kids themselves, the teachers. I mean, I have not had children in the district for a while, but it's awesome how the programs they have up here around physical therapy,
athletic training, the whole bit. I mean, and it's a pathway to potential medical.
Physical therapy,
all kinds of different medical professions and things.
They do an outstanding job, and the staff. All my experiences have been super fabulous in being the students involved in the program.
Oh, it's unbelievable, the offerings and the opportunities the kids have here at South Kitsap. I'm gonna while we got a little time out here, hope he gets up and able to stretch it out, whatever it is. But our cadets for the color guard tonight, Nationals Cadet Ensign Connor Mayberry, Navy Flag Cadet Chief Petty Officer Nicole Clay, Right Rifle Cadet 3rd Class Petty Officer Caden Trenner, Left Rifle Cadet Ensign Wyatt Jean. Our cannon crew is Jacob Pringle, Cadet Jacob Pringle, Cadet Frederick Davis, Cadet Zachary Morris, Cadet Givens, and Cadet Mayberry. We hope we hear that cannon a whole bunch tonight. And every time, even if I know it's going to go shot off, I jump every time.
So it looks like maybe something on his left ankle or left leg.
Thank you, Court, to get maybe going.
Don't like to see that. Don't like to see that. Hopefully it's just a soft tissue. Cramp in the leg. Doesn't look like it though, but they'll take care of him.
Wolves have 4th and almost 2 on the 30-yard line.
All right, so this is the first decision for the coaching staff here. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. My gut tells me.
I'm saying to go with, we're going to go up with number 33, Josiah. Hey, how about that? Don't think they got it. He's fighting. It's pretty good. Oh, they're bringing him on. They're saying first down. That was a second effort that got that. Oswego. I may not be pronouncing his name right, but dang it, I am gonna cheer him on and give him accolades. He is a tough kid, big kid, running hard. This direction up the middle, and we have a flag down, kind of in that holding area.
Not kind of.
He's met by Ronan for the Bison.
That one might get a little stall here on the drive. Indeed, there's the official from the umpire. That's a second down. Coming on first down is not what they want to strive for, but let's see if they rebound and have some spirit coming back.
Look at that, Troy. Holding Wolves. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, those linemen get in there and they're doing their best to battle, and it's tough. You know, they want to win that battle and they're grabbing and pushing and shoving and driving and all that. And sometimes those hands just clamp on. They don't do it on purpose. So here we go. Still under center.
Coming from a lineman.
Ooh, double handoff.
Knees around the left side again.
Reverse game to Jordan Lee.
You know, Bethel's doing a nice job of staying home. That's what Coach Booth, I talked to him a day or two ago, and he was telling me, sometimes he goes, they're going to have a hard time telling who has the ball. And I said, well, it's just most important is that we know who has the ball.
And they hold on.
And so far, so good. So good. You know, in the last number of years, we've seen a lot of shotgun, but our quarterback's been under center each time. There's a handoff up the middle. It's gonna.
Great block by
Swing on the carry.
Brennan.
Flag on play.
Awesome job, Brennan.
Well, I think they threw the flag on him because they threw it at him.
Landed on his back.
It was a heck of a block. I think that young man will play next year on Saturdays if he so chooses.
Brian, I know we've had a couple penalties here in the last minute, but being honest, it's been a great sustained drive by the Wolves. There's 2:57 left in the first quarter, and the Bethel Bison
Penalty against the Wolves.
not running offensive play.
Yeah, and the Wolves are big and physical up front, and Bethel's been holding their own, but they start to get tired, you know. And the offense always has that slight advantage because they know where they're going, you know. So, but yeah, even though we've had a couple of penalties here, 2 or 3 of them now on the Wolves, I'm still impressed in their maintaining drives. Looks like that penalty was declined. It's now going to be 3rd and about 16, I think.
And this is where the Bison side of
3rd and 18.
really needs some support. The Wolves have got first down, 3rd down. So Bison, I'm sure, looking to cheer up.
And that's usually stopping us on the offense.
Too much motion. Too many.
Yep, there's the call by the referee.
This is the call against the Wolves.
Big shout out to Lindsay Foster, athletic director, and assistant to Kerry Mueller. Communicated with them earlier.
He's 3rd down at the 40-yard line.
Wolves and players, and cheer squad. Yep. Well, they cut us off at the halftime, so we have to talk. Well, what do you think here, Coach? Change of personnel, so not sure who the corner is.
And 4th down on the 45-yard line.
We got another number 13, Kieran Snyder. He's back to punt. Sorry, I do have my glasses on, but that font is awful small.
Well, anything below 72.
Yeah. So a timeout. We're going to talk things over here.
So, Brian, when we were talking about it at the beginning of the game, like football is the pot that you can take everybody out here because there's so much to do. And cheers for all of it.
Don't forget to go get your picture, please, ladies and gentlemen. Better hurry before we're down.
We'll get the rest of that.
Great job, young ladies. Fantastic.
Can you even think of a high school sporting event without the cheerleaders? I mean, it just adds to the whole flavor and atmosphere of it. They're always excited and smiling.
And fun fact, they work as hard.
Here we go. We're back to punt formation. Good snap. Good kick. Good kick. They're going to let it roll. Taking a Wolves roll here inside the 10, about the 7-yard line. Are they down it? All right, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line.
Elena stops the
Bethel
ball at the
offense
8-yard
coming
line.
field.
And
Again,
Bison will take over.
we don't
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to appreciate the band for the good job they did on the Sarcina Band this evening. Under the direction of Mr. Graham. We have our jump drum ladies this year, our senior Jasmine Poole, senior Nick Graham, junior Isabel Michaels, and junior Erica Salazar. Thanks guys for what you do in Dallas. Look forward to hearing all year long.
In the middle is that Daniel, Josiah, and Cypress. And Cypress, I'm actually familiar that looks in the water. It looks like I'm not going to get your last name, but I'll guess I don't know. And also there's Nate Erickson.
Looks like there's a little extracurricular going on out there. Flag went up. It was a nice little run off the left tackle, and looks like the penalty is going to get against the Bison, and it was a good tackle for about a 2-yard gain, but that looks like it's going to be personal foul. Bethel. Usually that's 15 yards, I believe. It's going to be halfway to the distance.
Penalty called against the Bison.
Also, I know the Wolves didn't recognize any points on the first round. Brian, we're a minute 40 left in the first quarter, and the Bethel Bison are running no offensive play. Can't really get them scoring. So, great job by the Wolves.
Penalty goes half the distance to the goal, and we'll start at the 5-yard line. Second down.
And we like it when they're here on the this would be what the south side, because our booth sits about the 20-yard line. When we're down in the north end, we have to almost lean out the window. That would be not a good thing. In this direction, tackle, the guy keeps his feet, keeps on going. Now you got to give that guy credit. Good run. He was tackled and he kept his feet.
Ball carrier. Bison will pick up the first down on the 19-yard line.
Nice tackle for a loss. Good play by the defense. I saw something a little bit up with the safety, who was Erickson, and Nate Erickson, and totally away from the play. He just got buried by 2 big linemen. A little bit overdone, but who knows? I think the coach had something to say, a few words to the back check. So second and about 12, up the middle, and he drops the ball. That probably was a saving grace for the Wolves that he dropped that ball, because he had some more green space in front of him.
Rule on the carry, he's led by Erickson and Apua'a.
Booth, we got input that Troy's mic is a little bit quiet. Don't know if you can adjust that or not. That's on us. Anyway, the Braves are there we go. That's their old nickname. The Bison line up, 1st and 10 on the 34, and that is it.
So Brian, we're going to kick off the 2022 season here. The first quarter, it's 0-0. The staff probably are in a little bit of a boat over there. They clearly dominate the time of possession for sure during that first quarter, which is great. Fantastic job by the
Well, I'm going to give you, as promised, one of our honorary staff co-captains. As I mentioned earlier, the first is Frida Evans. Ms. Evans is beginning her 26th year of service at South Kitsap High School. She is the junior class principal, a graduate of Washington State University. Ms. Evans has spent time as an athletic trainer, teacher, advisor, administrator, and anything else the team needs done. And I've worked with her. 5 years ago, I retired from this district, and I worked with her directly. Just an outstanding person. The other one is Marcus Logue. Mr. Logue is beginning his 13th year of service at South Kitsap High School. He's the senior class dean of students at graduate of Washington State University. There's a pattern, huh? Mr. Logue has spent time as a teacher, dean, advisor, and coach. Mr. Logue is entering his 10th season as head baseball coach. And he's phenomenal. I've seen him play, just absolutely phenomenal. Yes. All right. 1st and 10. Pitch to the left.
It's fun to see Marcus out there, and yes, he is a family.
Oh yeah, I went to a game of his when he was coaching. So I went to the baseball game, and there was a kid out in the field, made an error, all that. And he's just, clapping his hands, saying, "It's all right, it's all right." Comes in, he meets the kid halfway, onto the field, and talks to him, gives him a little instruction, teaches him, pats him on the back, and gets going. He's just super positive, just amazing coach. Hand off, turning right, he's got some running room, and he goes down. Looks like the ball's on the ground. Wolves certainly win, and the referee is saying Wolf ball. That's the second fumble by the Bison, and the Wolves are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line, 3-yard line, 42.
So nice play for the Wolves. The defensive back looks like Mason. Mason maybe jarred that a little bit loose on the tackle on the way down, so great job of ball hawking. Fantastic effort.
Wolves to take over on the Bison 42.
So Brian, let's see if they open it up a little bit or stick to their strategy. Where they were just a lot of misdirection, a lot of runs.
We still haven't seen a pass by either team.
Nope.
Lots of running. That keeps the clock going. We'll be home early. Right at the middle, picking up some good yardage. Not a lot, but that's all right. I love the misdirection stuff that they're doing. And it looks like the kids know it pretty well. They're blocking it well.
Quick hits and I think you and I both agree that will come to fruition as the game goes on and on. The constant pressure up the middle and the misdirection. It doesn't take a lot to.
Second down for the Wolves.
Yeah, they've got some talented, quick and fast kids out there with some big boys up front blocking for him. This direction is going left. He's going to be taken down for loss, although he is fighting for every inch. Bethel is penetrating very, very well. There's a lot of misdirection. I wonder if they'll plan something there to counter how hard they're coming in one direction. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
We got 3rd and long here again, Brian. So we'll see what the Wolves decide to do. Still under center every single time.
Yep. And really for the last several years, most snaps were in shotgun.
Well, there comes the flag in the middle of the pile again, which usually.
Yep. Our holding call there.
On our interior line.
David Ware and friends on the tackle. There is a flag as well.
Troy, over the years we've talked about what a marvelous stadium this is. It's Kitsap Bank Stadium here at Ed Fisher Field. And it's just an incredible facility for kids. They use it, I was going to say about 24/7. I don't know if they're using it all night long. But the community comes up and uses it. PE uses the field. Back, 10 years ago, before they got this field, they could only play football games on it. They couldn't play soccer on it. They couldn't do track.
The band couldn't practice on it.
The band couldn't practice on it.
It was,
absolutely.
Way deeper than football.
So, and community couldn't use it. So, yeah, just, they've got.
But I think, if I remember correctly, the straw that stirred them a little bit is that, here we go. Back up, we're going to have a punt. Another good kick, Brian. Retrieve the 10-yard line.
Going to run left. Nice open field tackle. And there's a a flag down about the 30-yard line. I'm going to guess that's going to be a hold.
I think that was Mason Miller.
Very small,
Great
okay?
coverage down there.
That was an
All over the
excellent.
field. Yeah, I apologize, but that's great coverage by the Wolves.
I don't know if we have a replay on that one. I'd love to see that one again. Sometimes we can capture it, sometimes we can't.
So either way, great downfield coverage by the Wolves. And
He
another
doesn't.
good punt.
He doesn't make that tackle. There was a lot of green up that left side.
What's the penalty look like, BP? Brian Clark?
Looks like they're waving it off.
No flag.
First down, Bethel Bison.
So here we go, Bethel Bison,
That's-
9:31 to go till halftime.
That's hard to say.
Bethel Bison?
About Bethel.
So we get into whether it's Bison or Bison.
Bison will take over on the right 12-yard line.
Bison. Tomato, tomato. So lineup strong, they have not put the ball up in the air tonight either.
Not seen a pass yet tonight. So I wish we had a roster for Bethel because they got some big kids.
Right up the middle.
They pretty much straight away.
Villanova
I
on
think
the
be very
carry.
balanced in their attack too, between running left, running right. I don't see any particular
Dylan Santini on the tackle.
I'll run back to you every single time. So looking absolute perfect. Not a breath of wind.
Second down for the Bison.
Straight down the flagpole.
Okay, we got 2nd and 8 under center, handoff, dive to the left, and he's brought down probably. This angle is so tough.
First down. Either going to be third and short. Nope, they're moving on the chain.
He's met by Erickson.
Not close. It is.
It is. First down.
Plays goes for the first down for the Bison. They'll be on the 23-yard line.
So the Wolves, they have on defense, they have a name for each position, and maybe at halftime I can take a look at it and tell you what position goes with what. But here's the names of them: elk, moose, bear, lion, dog, ram, wolf, coyote, eagle, falcon, hawk. I want to be the wolf. There's your first pass.
It's actually right at the
Close, yeah.
good disciplined coverage by the Wolves.
Pass complete to Paparazzi.
Play went for just a couple yards.
Taken down by
Yeah,
Elena.
there's our first pass play.
And it was for about three yards. 2 yards.
Bison move the ball to the 26-yard line for second down.
So far, Brian, it's been a really competitive game going up and down. Seems like the Wolves have had the field advantage for most of the first half, but unable to punch it in. Here, but a couple of really good fourth down punts too.
Yes, it is. Don't disagree. Now watch this. They just stuff up the middle, and he gets maybe a yard, maybe. So it's about 3rd and 7. And good job on the film crew down there getting that replay in there. They've got some great shots tonight. We got 4 cameras. We got some updates for the video production, which we'll give you in a little bit.
27.
Absolutely. So we got 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Looks like the Wolves have dropped outside. We're going to give them 5 free yards. I just did it. I said we. The Wolves are going to give them 5.
Were we?
5 free yards.
We've earned to be Wolves.
So now we're facing 3rd and 1. Third and a short one. Here's a clock thing.
You know, Troy, it's been a long time since we've had a scoreless first quarter, you know, for both teams. So give them credit. Big run up the middle, nice tackle. Unfortunately, it's about 20 yards down the field. right at midfield.
And a mile on the carry, he's led by a playdown. First down for the Bison.
You know, it's you know, so far, you know, we've talked about it. It's pretty evenly matched. You know, we're giving the Wolves a little bit of the. They've had the ball significantly more time than the Bison, but it's an evenly matched game, and that's just
100%.
wonderful.
Very, very competitive. 100%.
We're going to timeout here. Not sure who took it, but that doesn't make any difference. Timeout. The coaches will surround their players, give them some tips, give them some water. I'm sure that's a high priority tonight because it is warm.
This one. A couple things.
Bison will have first down after 50.
Here, Brian. So we left off with Deanna Dorsey.
Don't forget to drop by concessions and support our band.
Guest Lisa Hicks, Taylor Ingleson, Jacobson Jalen, Kaylee Jennings, Kimber Lang, Lila Langholtz, Ellie Matheson, and Allison Moore. And I trust me, young ladies and friends and family, will get all you in by the end of the broadcast here. But also, Brian, I don't know if you recognize it or not, but there's something unique down on the Wolves bench this year. So the program, under their new leadership, they borrowed the row the boat philosophy that was developed by PJ Fleck, who was really popular a couple of years ago, really popular coach at the University of Minnesota. And there's a really good video out there for sure. But ROW is an acronym. And you can see the oars right down there on the South Kitsap bench, and the R is reflection, learn from your past experiences. The O is for optimism and future, look forward to what the future might bring you. And the W is what is important now, present. Get on your oar in the water, put it in the boat, and start pouring forwards. So,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
great.
You know, and they can't. These kids can't do anything about the past, and it's been a struggle for them. I know. Put the oars in the water and start rowing. Let's start going.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a comment to our booth in that Troy's microphone is still real soft. We're getting several texts from friends and family saying that they
From
can
my peeps?
from Troy's from Troy's fan club. And they're saying they can't hear him. He's got the microphone right next to his mouth. Anyway, enough of the technical difficulties. Unfortunately, they can hear me. They should say listen to you, not me.
I did not pay my dues, evidently.
So hand up the middle. He's got some room to run, and he gets out there. Makes about it depends where they spot the ball, but
So I think
it
that's
could be
another
a
Bison first down.
He's hit by Nolan.
Nope,
Nope.
going to be short.
2nd and 1. We're at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
Defense needs to get tough here for the Wolves. Get a stop in.
So this is the first Bison's relatively sustained drive, and they've been getting in some big chunks. So sure up the middle. Two running back offense.
Running off right tackle. Got some room.
Not too fancy there, Brian.
Not at all. Just right up the right side, and it took about 3 or 4 Wolves to bring him down, and we got another injury here. He's walking off, but he's dropping that shoulder. That's never a good sign.
No, number
On
9.
the 18-yard line.
It's like Dominic, wide receiver that has. Swim's arm again. Medical staff right on top of it.
Right there. That is number 9, Dominic Roebuck. He's a starter. He's one of your wide receivers out there. You never like to see these kids injured. They've worked so hard, and they don't want to miss any time. What if just a pinched nerve or something?
He did not want to not make it off the field. So good on you.
He was in on the tackle, and I think he just got a shot, probably up underneath that shoulder pad.
So So Brian, 5:29 left in the first half. Bison have the ball on the 18-yard line. Now they've been getting some big chunks this drive, right?
Couple of big ones, yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong. We still have only seen one ball get vertical, and it was more sideways than it was downfield. Correct? So
yeah.
Bison and the Wolves seem to have a similar game plan coming in tonight. They're going to run the ball, period, until somebody stops them. Not sure what they're discussing on the field. Is it about placement? There's still coaches on the field. Must be an official timeout.
I'm not sure. It looks like a Bethel coach is talking to the. No, yeah, both coaches. Sorry,
both
you're
coaches
right.
are on the field.
Both head coaches are there, sorting things out. Want everything to be right.
You know what they're talking about is how good traffic was coming through Tacoma on the way here.
Yes,
so.
yes,
Yes,
it was.
made it out
Yes,
here,
it
okay.
was. Yeah, that's a comment. I was over in the Maple Valley area today, left at 3 o'clock and walked in my door in Port Orchard in less than an hour and a half. Now, people, that's Friday afternoon of a 3-day weekend.
So
Down through 5, I mean, it slowed down. We were going 35 the whole time. It really wasn't until I got over the bridge that I hit stop traffic. And that's just that Gig Harbor squeeze in there.
So if anybody from WashDOT is listening, there you go. There's your hand clap.
There's your shout out to WashDOT. So nicely done. Looks like maybe that was some talk about some attitudes. We had some tempers going there that I've noticed. Hopefully that calms down so they can play some good football. Hand off the left, and the flag is down in that same holding.
This one's coming back. Most of those flags that are inside the proverbial hash marks, Brian, in the ball, you almost always get the same call of holding. Hard for us to see up here, but it comes out quick. It seems to come out at the same time throughout a play, doesn't it? Within the first 3 or 4 seconds of pop.
You know,
initial hit. And
back in my day when I was wearing leather helmets and playing this game,
no face mask.
No face mask. That kind of explains a few things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They tell me I have a face for radio. I'm not sure what they mean by that. But anyway, I played more on the defensive side, and I was always held. Every play. I'm sure of it.
Well, wow. So this pushes the Bison all the way back to the 29-yard line. Still trying to go in. There's 5 minutes left in the half. Still a 0-0 score. Competitive football game up until this point. Where the Bison also spread 2 people really out wide every play. Way out to the right, way out to the left. And looks like single coverage with maybe some help on the Wolf sides in the defense. So good job, interior lineman. Boom. Nice play.
And we're going to get another hold.
We're going to get another hold, but this one might be declined. I think that's going to. I think the Wolves might decline that one.
Penalty aside, it was a nice play.
Great play
for the Wolves defense. They held their own, did not get pushed back. You know, as most people that watch football at all have awareness, you know, where it really happens is inside the line, either offense or defense. Whoever is making that penetration or pushing them back, you know, they're gonna perform well. So the defense, if they're penetrating through that line, making tackles for losses or no gains, obviously that helps. Offensive line, if they're pushing those defensive guys back, so that the running backs have a little bit more room, a few holes to run through, offense is going to work.
So the Wolves chose to push them back a little bit earlier here, Brian.
They did. So it's first in about 4 miles.
32 to be
32
exact.
exactly. That's close to 5 miles.
Oh, there's our second wing pass out there. Just a one-on-one. Actually, a nice game, but pretty good pursuit. It's a 10-yard game.
Don't let it get back yet.
It's a one-on-one situation
Here's
out there.
a replay of that. Nice job, camera. And good tackle. Way to hang on to him.
Number 23, Brody on the tackle. Good job, Brody.
You know, I think this is the first time since, and we've been doing this for a number of years, Troy, as you know. But there are 4 cameras, so they get all kinds of angles. One of them is a wireless, so that one's going remote, so all over the place. It's just incredible what these kids are doing and being able to broadcast this. I mean, there may be somebody I know there's somebody in Florida watching it. Ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground.
Wolves have it.
Wolves ball if it stands up.
You know, one of the things I was going to say earlier, and that's just
Great job, Wolf.
another example, is that here's the play.
Well, just a bad exchange, Brian. Just mistiming on the exchange.
And it came out the backside. The ball came out. But anyway, is that really both teams have kind of stopped themselves.
Yes.
Bethel's put the ball on the carpet 3 times that I can think of right now, maybe more. And the Wolves have had some untimely penalties. So the Wolves are going to take over. They're on the 20, we'll call it the 26-yard line. Erickson comes in with the play. He's telling his teammates what they're going to do, and here they go. 1st and 10. 3:48 left in the first half. It's been pretty quick, but when you're not throwing the clock doesn't stop.
Nope, and only one receiver out. Here we go with multi-direction again, and right up the middle for a nice gain.
Little delay. What's he picked up? And another flag. Dang it.
Got to clean those up. You know, the effort, it's so hard because, you know, the effort is A+ on the kids. And all they're trying to do is play hard.
Yeah.
So
that's tough. That was a nice play. That was going to be 2nd and 4 at the most.
Yep. Tough on the coaching staffs, because I'm sure maybe once or twice they have talked about the discipline of blocking the interior, and you know, it's a very, very, very passionate game, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And things happen in a millisecond, especially in the trenches on there. And you know, sometimes your good intentions aren't legal. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very physical. You know, some people call it violent. I don't like to say that. Although I guess I just did. It's passionate. I think that's a better way to do it, or say it. But anyway, so Erickson's got him lined up there. He's looking around, seeing what he's got, making the call. Man in motion. A little misdirection right up the middle. Nice play. Pickup of about 5.
5 or 6.
Maybe 5 or 6 with a second effort there. Bethel's saying that the ball was on the ground, but the side ref is saying nope, he was down. Here's a replay of it. I didn't see it. Just a massive humanity. There's some big boys down there on both sides of that. My goodness.
So in and of itself, a very positive play. Right? Unfortunately, they got themselves behind the chains a little bit with the miscalculations and the penalties, but nothing wrong with that offensive play. 4 or 5 yards.
Absolutely.
Up the middle.
We got
Fantastic.
2nd and 9 here. We're back on the 27-yard line, I guess.
Just about to. This might be the last play of the. I think they have a 2-minute. Oh, nice misdirection.
Good job, but he just keeps his legs going, you know that, and no flags. And I don't know if you noticed, Troy, we had a couple of blockers downfield. It's too bad he didn't have one more step. He could have put a few more yards in there, but you know what? It's another Wolves. No, it's not. No, it's not. My mistake. 3rd and short. What do you think? Where's our big fella up the middle?
This is all right. Nope. Oh, little quarterback. I'm not sure if that was planned or not. Maybe
I think he got it though, but yeah, he kind of looked around like, well, where's the other guy? But that could be all part of it. You don't know with the Wolves, the way that they cut and move. And now here comes big number 33. I would have had him in there running right up the middle.
Yeah, Josiah's back in the game, and it looks
like Bethel's going to take a timeout, and we're going to have a measurement, it looks like.
Must be a measurement, because we're still showing by the referees and the yardsticks by 3rd down.
Yep,
so we're going to put a 3rd down. So one of these days, Mr. Pickard, one of these days, I mean, I'm all for the chain, the guys and gals can get to run the chains, but I
first down. Sorry.
First down. I think football across the country at some point may evolve from the chain to measure 10 yards from the spot.
You mean when they excavated for my shop that I built a couple years ago,
yes.
And they used all the lasers to know, how deep to go, how far to go?
I'm just saying, you could take away a hazard out on the field. Pretty easy.
Have you ever been part of the chain gang though?
I have, and it's wonderful.
Oh.
I have nothing. I love them, respect them. It's a cool part of the game, but it seems a bit archaic at this point.
I understand.
I mean,
I don't disagree with you. So kids are getting some water out there. Some of the ball boys are taking them water. They love being part of that. You know, we should get the names. Who is the chain gang? Because a lot of those guys have been doing it for years.
I know, it's great.
And because it's great. I mean, you're down there on the field. No one's really messing with you. You know, and you have great. I suppose when it's when it's raining sideways and the wind's blowing at 60 miles an hour, maybe it's not so cool.
Not so fun, but I know when they're measuring things by the chain link, I'm thinking, well, now who put that chain link together? You know, like maybe
line it up with some lasers.
Maybe a little bit different.
Hey, maybe that's something you could invent. You know, because
I'm past that, I think. But,
you know,
and
baseball, Major League Baseball's talking about having the
remote
robots,
umpires,
and all that.
Yeah.
Hard to swallow that idea, but
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
First down, Wolves.
First and 10 on the 36-yard line.
Quick hitter back out to Jordan. Got to make the corner. Stay in bounds. Run out of bounds.
Even when Erickson has handed off the ball, he's getting smacked hard every time. He's holding up his hands and going, "What the heck? What's the deal?" And I'm not sure I can blame him. He's taking a couple of shots that I think are unnecessary.
After the fact.
Way after the fact and out of the play. You know, if he's just handed off the ball, hey, it's fair game. Part of the game.
Yep.
Second down on the 29-yard. 34-yard line.
Minute 32 left. Second down and 11. 12 yards to go.
Okay, we got Tiny in the backfield, number 33.
Might be
handing off to him up the middle. He keeps driving those legs.
Looks like the Wolves might be content just to wear them down and hope that their body blows throughout the first half. We'll come back to pay some penance in the second half.
Boy, I thought he picked up more yards than that. It's not third and 12. It's 3rd and 7. We're looking at 3rd and 7. There we go.
3rd and 7 minutes to go. Maybe we'll see some air underneath the ball here. Maybe not.
Looks like we got a timeout.
Oh, there was some
extra towels or something on the side or on the field.
There was some laundry out in the field that was not from the officials. That's exactly what it was. Oh, nice call. Wolves
guy didn't break the plane, so a nose tackle. That's a big fella too. He gets going. It's hard to stop that momentum.
45 seconds. Got 5 seconds to run the play. I'm not sure if they're just running it down. Call a timeout. So that's what they were doing there, Brian. They were just trying to get the clock down and make sure that they went into halftime with either a lead, maybe they have a play they've been working on all summer camp, or a surprise play just for this situation. But it seems like they were not going to allow the Bethel Bison to at least get the ball back before halftime.
You know, trying to figure out what they're going to do here. You know, it's 3rd and 7. Do you try to go deep? Trouble is, incomplete pass stops the clock, and you're going to more than likely going to give Bethel the ball back. On the other hand, you got 2 plays here to do something.
I don't know why they would go off character at this point, but maybe that's exactly why they might.
Yep, you just don't know.
Except that they'll go back up the middle. Hey, Brian, let me get rattle off the last group of the cheer squad here. We also have, I think I left off with Allison Moore, and there's Sterling and Lillian Nelson, Kelsey Quinn, Hannah Roebuck, Kiana Serrato, Layla Shanafelt, Chloe Straight, Isabel Williams, and Kylie Wilsey. So again, thanks, girls. It's awesome. Love your participation. Love your. Oh, we have a pass rolling out to the left. Looks like he's just going to eat it. Oh, he went out of bounds, which I think will stop the clock. Although it's still going. Did the referee mark it? Nope. He did mark it out.
So here's a replay.
Yeah, rolled out to the left. Good job, ball security. So
don't know.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Didn't either, but it did bounce out of bounds. I saw it.
Bounce out of bounds.
So we've got 4th. What are we doing? Looks like we're punting. We've got our punter, number 13.
All right.
I think we need to turn the lights on in here. It's getting dark.
We're okay. So
Keenan Snyder is back to punt. He's had a couple of nice punts.
He's had great punts. So also all my special team family members and friends out there, it takes more than just kidding. Somebody's got to snap them the ball too, right? So good snaps by the snapper and a good catch, and 3 honestly really productive punt plays by the Wolves.
Unfortunately, there's some yellow laundry out there, and this time it is.
You are a buzzkill, my friend.
I know. It was a great punt. They had 3 people down there. They weren't going to touch it. It was going to be a nice deep punt.
No.
But I'm afraid one of the upbacks was holding, giving us a little extra time. Now, does Bethel, with 17 seconds to go, do they make them repunt? I would, I think.
Truly one of the more undervalued plays in football, though, Brian, is a positive play on the punt, right? So can be super, super effective, and as a local Seahawk fan, we have a great punter. So
from down under.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. All right, what do we got here? We have there's 17 seconds left. It's 4th and 10. It looks like maybe Bethel is trying to decide whether they want to take the ball or
Wolves are coming back.
re-kick.
Looks like they're going to re-kick it.
So they're going to try to put some stress again on the snapper and put some stress on the punter to actually catch it and actually kick it. I mean, there's 3 phases. It's like a ground ball in baseball. Nope, they're going back. I think they're just trying to get me to fill some airtime here, Brian. They can't decide which way they want to go.
You're doing great.
I had some good thoughts there for a second.
Absolutely. I'm sort of surprised at that. Maybe they didn't have a choice. But it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. And do you think they'll just take a knee, or?
Well, they've had a couple big chunk plays, right? But my gut tells me, I don't know. I think they're going to run a play. I don't think they'll attempt a pass play, Brian. I think they'll run a play, because if they do turn it over, I mean, the Wolves will be in great field position, right?
Yeah.
And they don't want to have negative momentum going into halftime.
Yep.
So I expect them just to do what they did, minus the penalty.
That's got to be a motion, I would guess.
Yeah.
A little motion on.
I think that one might seal the deal, and we maybe will just see the quarterback take a knee. Not sure what that call is.
That is Phil in Montana. What is that? What is
maybe
that call?
Maybe it's too many players on the field.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's the Wolves.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to march off a few yards.
I'm positive there's a light switch up here somewhere, Brian.
It's way out by the door.
Oh, okay. We got it.
We're all, we got it.
Thank you.
All right, it's 1st and 5. I think it's going to be a similar play, or are they going to just step back and bomb it?
No, I think they might even
so
just take a knee around here. So
I think they'll run. I don't think. And up the middle. Ooh, man, that was a pop. I'm glad to see him getting up.
Nice tackle by George Lee. The runner's running hard. He got popped running hard. 10 seconds left in the first half.
They may be trying to figure out who he is right now. I hope Coach notices that and goes over and checks him out there. Yep. Coach talking to him, asking him who he is.
So you got to remember, this is the first game for both of these teams, right? I am not familiar with the rosters from year over year, but most likely, a significant roster change on both teams. So it's the first time that these kids have had an opportunity to play against an opponent not beating each other up for several months, right? So to be going into the half, I'm sure for both of them at 0-0. I'm not sure if you asked both coaches prior to the game if it was tied at halftime, would you be happy? I think they would both say, I'll take it.
Right, yeah. I'm sure they're disappointed they haven't put points on the board, but at the same time, feeling good about some stuff. Particularly the defense on both sides is playing well. Little the old bend but don't break type of thing here. So
I think both. And we're going to air it out, and he's sacked, and I think that's going to end it. I think both coaches will stress discipline.
Nope, there's a whistle here.
All timeout.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's their quarterback. You don't like to see that. You don't like anybody.
So I think when we come to halftime, I think both coaches will take the opportunity to share with their kids that they're shooting themselves in the foot, for lack of a better term. Like, you got to be super disciplined they're stopping themselves, both teams stopping themselves as much as their opponent is. So they got to get really crisp on that and hope for a cleaner second half for both teams.
You know, Troy, and again, talking to some different people and some coaches and stuff this week leading up to the game and everything, they've got over 100 kids at South turning out for football, all levels. They're, you know, obviously have a varsity, JV, and a C squad, which is great because it gives kids, that many more kids, that much more playing time to learn the system, learn how to play the game, learn how to tackle, learn how to block.
Get more experiences.
Catch the ball, throw the ball, the whole bit.
And learn from each other.
Absolutely.
So it's fantastic.
So it's wonderful to have that many kids turning out. That's, to me, is a very positive sign.
Well, and you might know this better than I do. You're a little bit closer to it. It's also the first year they've had pretty much full-blown open kids coming to school all the time, right? So coming out of a pandemic, it feels like this is the first time there's been.
All right.
They got
They got me. I just put a dent in the ceiling, guys. All right. Well, you know what? It's halftime. Score is 0-0. The teams, you know, collecting up, going into the locker room or down to the side, wherever they're going. For halftime this evening, we'll be showing the South Kitsap Marching Band, followed by some video production by South Kitsap High School students. We want you to enjoy the halftime. We'll come back after that. In the meantime, we're going to go try to find some cookies.
Okay.
What do you think about that? So again, South Kitsap 0, the Bethel Bison 0, and we'll see you at the beginning of the second half. Beautiful night tonight, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Guys, we love our current players, but how do we get better this year, especially on Friday nights?
We need to lift weights and condition as a team.
That's what I'm talking about.
Recruit our own hallways for potential football players.
We need varsity athletes from baseball, lacrosse, basketball, track and field, wrestling.
Bam! Sounds like a winning plan. Don't you just love a locker room? It smells like potential. Let's get to work. Hey, you guys. Yeah, you. The ones in the sports gear. Come closer. Have you ever thought about playing football for SK?
Nah, coach, we'd play if the team was better.
You know what the happiest animal on earth is? It's a goldfish. You know why? It's got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish.
I think what Coach Dino's trying to say is, don't worry about last year. We need you guys to help improve our future.
I'm focusing on my best sport so I can get a scholarship.
Athletic scholarships are a great goal. College coaches are looking for multi-sport athletes as well.
If you care about someone and you got a little love in your heart, there ain't nothing we can't get through together. Taking on a challenge is a lot like riding a horse, isn't it? If you're comfortable while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah, let's do this.
Your body's like day-old rice. If it ain't warmed up properly, something real bad could happen.
Yes, Coach.
I feel like this is going to be a great season, Coach Dino.
I feel like we fell out of the lucky tree and hit every branch coming down. Landed in a pool of cash and Sour Patch Kids.
Someone's been watching Ted Lasso.
All right, show him how to.
Hey, all right, that's it. Bill.
High school football, a simple game full of players, fans, and coaches doing their job to win the game. But the head coach is one of the most important people on the field. And when you think of South Kitsap, Coach Ed Fisher is the name that will always pop up.
He taught me a lot. Life lessons, discipline, responsibility, accountability. There weren't many rules. It was all about giving your best effort, being prepared, being focused, and those are the things that he taught us through football, which in reality, they were life lessons to make us just better human beings. And so we got into that mode of pretty soon it was just habit. That's how we acted. We just fell in line with him.
Ed Fisher was the coach for the South Kitsap Wolves for 23 years, leading us to 17 straight playoff appearances and 1 state championship win.
He, they had rented a limo, and all the coaches' wives, significant others, they rode in the limo, and then they rode home afterwards in the limo. So he knew it was special. He'd already been to 1 and lost 1, and so yeah, he was beside himself. So happy.
At this school, today you're at the top of the heap, king of the hill. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Coach Fisher's overall record throughout his 23 years at South Kitsap was 197-48. He played 36 games with Eric Canton.
Because my 3 years, we went 33-3. So we lost in the semifinals my sophomore year, lost the state championship game my junior year, and then lost in the semis again my senior year. So those were my only losses, our only losses. And so I was here from 83 to 86. So 83, 84, 85 football seasons are when I was here playing. Then I came back and started coaching in 91, I believe. I was here until 96.
Coach Fisher is an icon to South Kitsap and will always be remembered for the great players and people he made out of all the students he coached. South Kitsap honors him by naming their football field after him.
I think the dedication to be in a football program or a football player in the South Kitsap program is something that's a year-round thing. And by that I mean that they have to be involved or should be involved in a weight training program, whether it's involved in PE or after school. We ask them to go to study table. We ask them to watch films. We ask them to practice until 6:30 at night on Tuesday and Wednesday. We ask them to come back on Thursday night for normally a Thursday night practice. And within that time frame, they have to also be students and they have to get educated in the process. And so the dedication is primarily a time thing, and we feel that any time that you dedicate a tremendous amount of time into something, that you're going to be willing to give everything that you have when you go to play on a Friday night.
SK's student population is set to gain a few members. However, these aren't your average students. Starting next week, South will be welcoming in dogs that are in training to someday be guide dogs for blind individuals. If you've been around the FFA program, you may have already met Norby.
Norby is a guide dog puppy from Oregon Guide Dogs from the Blind. Norby went through the program and he finished his puppy raising part of the program, and he did very well with that.
Starting next week, Norby and company will be introducing some new members to the pack. Another puppy in training for the program. I sat down with Tanner, who will be the dog's primary trainer, to learn just what I could expect to see.
We can have a dog in the high school as soon as May, and that just depends on availability and all other sorts of training problems and whether they're cleared for large crowds. They can expect to see the guide dogs most often in the commons on the stairs, but I'm going to be taking way less crowded stairs.
But these aren't just any puppies. They're students, just like you. They're here to learn and work.
So you see, to tell if a service dog is on duty or not, you'll see the vest, which is going to be a green vest that covers most of their back. It's going to say service puppy or service puppy in training or whatever.
Any dog with a vest, a service vest, means you should let them work and try not to distract them. So he has a vest on, but he also has what's called a gentle leader. This one doesn't fit him perfectly, but the gentle leader goes over his nose and it helps him to walk nicely. So it's a training tool and it's very gentle. That's why it's called a gentle leader. And it just prods him by kind of tipping his nose to get him to slow down and pay attention when he's walking. I have had students before ask if it's a muzzle. No, it's not a muzzle. All it is to kind of tip his head a little bit if he's pulling too much to get his attention when he's walking.
So as tempting as it may be to pet the puppies, they are still on duty.
If it has the vest, my only thing is don't pet it, treat it pretty much like you would the dogs at an airport or something. Don't say hi to them, don't go up to pet them. They're working. Don't distract them.
If becoming a guide dog trainer sounds interesting, there are ways you can get involved.
Take an agriculture class and join FFA. And that way they have me as a support system.
So while these puppies are on patrol, don't wag them down. Please leave them alone. They are learning just like you.
Hello everybody, I'm Mark B. Ply, and I'm here to teach you, yes you, on how you can register to vote in the upcoming election. If you're 18 or older and a U.S. citizen, you can register to vote right now. You can register online or by mail up to the week before the election. You can find out more at votewa.gov. You can also register to vote in person at the county's auditor's office or at a voting center up to Election Day. And here's something cool. If you're 16 or older, you can register to vote for upcoming elections right now as well. Now, once you register to vote, what's next? Well, the voting. Once you receive your ballot, follow the instructions and mail it back as soon as possible. If it's a week or less before Election Day, drop off your ballot at one of the many ballot drop boxes around the county. You can also vote in person. Make sure to have some form of ID on hand if you do so. Wear a mask, wash your hands, go vote. And that's it. It's your voice, your choice. Register to vote and have your voice be heard.
That's fine. All right. Welcome back to the second half of the South Kitsap Wolves football team playing a game against the Bethel Bison. And it's a scoreless tie, 0-0. It's been I'd say a pretty typical first game of the season. There's been some mistakes, and yet the kids are playing really hard. There's been some great defense on both sides, some good offensive runs. Both teams have kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. But that, again, with penalties mainly, or putting the ball on the floor, and I believe Bethel's fumbled the ball, I think 3 or 4 times and lost it a couple.
So Brian, I wrote down. Welcome back, by the way. Great, and by the way, during halftime, couple noteworthy things that I'm not sure what was going on the first part of the halftime show out there, but it was awesome. There was lots of kids out in the field in some sort of organized chaos before the SK dance troupe went out there and did their thing. So fantastic.
Band, that was the band. They were playing. They were sounding great.
Fantastic. So again, the pot is the football team. Everything else that makes the whole experience, everything around it, just such a pleasure to enjoy. So Brian, I wrote down four things here on I bet you that the coaching staff's covered. And what's funny about it is I'm not going to put it on the Bethel Bison or the South Kitsap Wolves. I think it's the exact same points for both teams. And they got to minimize the mistakes. There were some very costly penalties and crucial penalties at inappropriate times, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Holding on first down is a crusher for teams. Very hard to dig out of that.
Particularly when you've just run up. But yes.
So very difficult. Take care of the ball. You mentioned that there was a couple fumbles on both sides. South did a better job of it than Bethel. But you got to take care of the ball and eliminate the big plays. And when I say eliminate the big plays, it goes both ways. If you're on offense, it's great. You got to convert more on third down. But you also have to stop those third down conversions multiple times. I'm not sure Bethel punted. Did they in the first half, if memory serves me correctly?
I do not. I think you are correct.
I think they either turned the ball over.
Shall we check with the
with the truck?
With the truck and with our statisticians and
so,
nope, they did not punt.
I don't think they punted. So the Wolves had the ball for the majority of the first quarter, and in the second quarter, the Bison either fumbled or they half ran out on them. So I think those are 4 key points. I think it would work for either team coming out into the second half. And so like I said at the opening, they've planted the seeds over the summer. They put some water on it, and now they've added fertilizer, which is called the first half of your first game. And see what kind of protein comes up here in the second half, Brian.
I think I don't believe there's going to be a lot of scoring.
Yep.
I think both teams have a great chance to put some points on, and I think it's going to be, particularly on your very first point, the team that has the fewest mistakes is going to win tonight.
Yep. Yeah, and not only eliminate the mistakes, just almost as importantly is when you make those mistakes. So
true.
There are very critical times in either a drive or if you're deep in your hole. It just takes an incredible amount of discipline by the kids, and they'll get better at it. But improve on that, and we're going to enjoy the second half.
Wolves are going to kick off here. Start the second half. They kick off from their 40-yard line, and got a couple of deep backs. The Bison are spread out through the field. Got a couple of big guys back there too to help with the blocking, and we'll start off the second half here. And it looks like Nate Erickson does the kicking duties as well as the quarterback, and kind of a squib kick, bouncing around, takes a nice bounce, picks it up about 30-yard line, gets tackled down about the 33-yard line.
All right, so let's see if the Bison, what their game plan is. I did notice that they did not go in at halftime, so it's clearly not November or December here in the Pacific Northwest. It's
they didn't need to go in and warm up. Is that what you're telling me?
Let's just call it late August, and maybe, I know it's early September, but the weather has been fantastic, as all our local listeners know here in the PNW. So fantastic night. I think it's like 72 degrees or something, Brian. I mean, come on. This is the most perfect place on earth right now. So super fantastic. Bethel comes out and see if they content to just stick with their game plan, if they're going to open up the playbook a little bit, Brian.
Yes, same formation that they've showed before. They're going left, wide left. It's got a little running room, but Wolves wrap them up. Hey, we just got joined by video production head Greg Pickard here. you got to be proud of your kids. I know they came in, they all volunteered. School hasn't started yet, and it's a fairly new crew, but they're doing a really nice job. We were watching the cameras and things, and I think you're going to have a great year with them, Greg. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, last year we'll go after this play. I got couple highlights from the video production crew, which makes all of this happen. But so we got 2nd and 4, Brian, and
straight ahead,
quick hitter right up the middle.
Going to pick up the first down and then some, about 6-7 yards.
So Brian, speaking of the production crew that's bringing you all this great coverage, the replays, the audio, the video. So last year, the video production, they streamed 112 different events. And for you to watch all of them end to end, it would take 8 days and 7 hours. The most watched event was the high school graduation, with people watching from all around the world. So it's not just this event that they do. They do all kinds of stuff.
That is just so cool. My back, like I said, 100 years ago when I played, they didn't have this kind. They didn't even come close to it. My relatives.
They didn't have TV. I mean,
well, that's true.
So
we got a replay going here.
And the video production.
Slow-mo. Look at that. That's a new feature we got, I think.
Another great. So this is the commitment. The longest stream the SK video production team has here was the SK Invite, which is actually a wrestling tournament, Brian. And they had cameras for each mat for a combined stream hours of over 26 hours.
That's amazing. It's just
great
so
job,
cool.
Kids.
I mean, it's great for the kids as far as what they're doing, the cameras, the script work, so they're writing scripts, they're putting things together, working teamwork, that whole bit. But the benefit of it, I mean, among all of that they're learning, career skills, they are providing a service to relatives and friends that I know that,
And at some point,
there's people across the country and in other parts of the world that are able to tune in and watch this stuff. And it's fantastic.
And at some play up
big,
the middle.
Big hole.
And at some point this year, we're going to have to bring a cake because this is the 25th year that the video production people up at the South Kitsap have been involved up here, and it's the 20th anniversary of Wolves TV.
Wow. I agree. Not us bring the cake. I think that video production teacher.
So what
Greg
happened? We were talking about
Matthew Swigert.
We've been talking about
they
the video
need to bring us a cake.
We've been talking about the video production team, and all of a sudden the Bison are at the 25-yard line.
Okay.
What happened?
Shall we watch a football game?
Yes.
Okay. Ball's on the 24-yard line. Pitch left. Coming up the left side, makes a cut back, and boy, they have a tough time coming down. There's a flag on the field.
Flag in the defensive back end of that, Brian, maybe, or clip, maybe illegal block in the back.
The Bisons are driving, but this penalty looks like it's going to be against Bethel. Here's the signal.
Against Bethel.
Hold. I think it was a hold. I couldn't see. I have my reading glasses on. It doesn't help me see down the field very well.
So
I suppose we could watch the monitor.
Or at halftime.
What a concept.
So Brian, fun fact for you, when is the first time these two teams met on the gridiron?
It was back in 1992.
1983. And under Coach Ted Fisher, which we saw a nice thing on the halftime video production team in regards to that. South won that particular match 21-0. Didn't face Bethel again until 97, when that was the first year under Coach DJ Shergitson.
That was the first season, wasn't it?
Yes, and they won that one 55-9. So a little bit of history between the Bethel Bison, used to be the Bethel Braves, went under a name change recently, and the South Kitsap Wolves.
So that was a big penalty drop back, but it's still 1st and 10. Ball is on the 24-yard line. Setting up.
Got to bow their necks a little bit here, Brian. Straight up the middle.
He's just following his blocks. First down, gains about 15 yards on that carry. Wolves have got to knock him down a little bit. They got to make a pile so he doesn't have any place to run. Here's a replay. Look at it, just right up the gut. Couple of cuts, follows big blocker. He's smelling that end zone.
So I think the Bethel Bison's halftime speech was, boys, we are going to run between the tackles until they stop us. And they have come out with a lot of aggression. And I mean, they're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, Brian, right? So
size of these kids, size and athletic ability of these kids is just incredible to me. They train hard, you know, they train all year long now. Ball's on the ground again. Tackle, ball still on the ground. Still on the ground. And I think
the Wolves have recovered.
Ball kept getting knocked back, knocked back, knocked back. Number 10, you got to keep your helmet on there, son. Get in trouble for that, taking your helmet off.
So there we go, Brian. At the old, I mean, it goes to say with every game, but the crystal ball. That's point number 1.
They were driving. They were driving. I made the comment just a minute ago that, you know, they were sniffing the goal line, and the quarterback put it down. Now we should check to see if, because their quarterback right at the end of the first half went down with an injury. I don't know if he's back or not, and so that could be their backup quarterback, but I don't know that.
Well, the Wolves catch a break, so I don't think that caused that as much as you know, just a mishandle. See if they can take advantage of it.
So they were stopped short, not much of a game, maybe a half a yard. And Nate Erickson huddles his group up, giving them the play. It's a real quick call. Line up in the same formation. Wing T, thank you, Phil. And here we go again. Little misdirection, motion. Barely gets the ball off, and he's got a nice run up the side, keeping those legs going. He is close to a first down. I think he's going to be a little short. Good sportsmanship there by number 8 from Bethel Bison, helping the running back up. It's a good play. Just shy, about not even a yard, half a yard maybe.
Very good timing on the replay. There's a nice exchange between the quarterback and running back there. I'm assuming they've run that a couple hundred times over springtime. You just don't show up and have that kind of timing. So,
you know,
nice job on the kids.
The running back just kept his legs pumping. You know, that's just old school football. You just keep those legs churning and moving. We got motion to the right. Got a big hold to the left. We got first down. He's taken down about the 35-yard line. Nice gain of about 5 for a first down.
Nice run on Josiah. Well, he keeps his shoulder square, doesn't he, Brian? Running up the field. So good on you, young man. Nice strong run. Good blocking up front as well. I think that one he probably ran right over John Gosser, number 75. John Gosser Jr. Since I know John Gosser Sr. Oh, John, if you're listening.
Okay, everything looks the same. Little misdirection. This time he hands off to number 3. He's got a nice tackle. Nice. I thought he was going to pick up another 5 or 6, and somebody came shooting through the gap there and made a nice tackle on number 3. Oh, that's Mason Elena. He's gotten quite a bit. You know, he lines up on the left side there. He's been in motion a lot. Hasn't gotten the ball that many times, and that time he did. And I thought he was going to have some nice blocking there, but good tackle by the Bethel.
Motion again.
A little too much motion there. That's why it was whistled. Whistled dead. I think it's going to be a 5-yard. Yep.
There's motion, and then there's
illegal motion.
Lots of movement.
I'll let you explain that.
That hurts. After a nice run, we're back. Push yourselves back again. Now the ball's on the 31.
Are we going to see any balls thrown deep?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. That's my positive. That's my positive.
Send it up.
My positive vibe. But
they're sticking. Both teams are sticking with the game plan, though.
And I'm okay with that. You know, and frankly, if they would eliminate some of the mistakes, it'd be, just fine. Josiah up again. Ooh, big body, lots of Bethel tacklers all over him there.
Nowhere to go there.
Nice job by the Bethel defense. That was not a single defensive effort by one Bethel defender. That was not.
You're not going to tackle. You're not going to tackle him by yourself.
Nope. Wolves going the wrong way on this drive. It's 3rd and 14. Ball's on the 28. See what they come up with here. maybe a little misdirection. The ball is literally
little misdirection. They've been doing misdirection all night.
the ball is literally in the middle of the field, so there's no advantage to a wide side or short side to accentuate some speed. But
motion left this time. Nice counter, wide open. He's down the field. He's down the middle of the field. Nice shot by to knock him down, but that was a
Bowden Harvey, number 15,
20-yard pickup for a first down. There's some excellent blocking on the inside there, and running hard. He realized he had some open turf in front of him, and he went. Just excellent blocking though.
Great replay. Nobody touched him for the first 15 yards of that run, right? So fantastic with the guys up front.
I need to learn to look at the monitor.
I know, it's right here. It's pretty close to us.
It's literally less than 2 feet from my nose. I just look out the window because I'm watching the game.
So the Wolves are in Bison territory.
Yeah, ball's right about the 50.
Another timely exchange. That one was a little slow developing, I feel like. And
nothing going on there. No room there. There are some big kids just smacking into each other playing. That's old school football right there. Just playing.
So Brian, here we go again. The Wolves taking their time. It's calling the plays. There's 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and there's only been the Bethel Bison have had the ball for one possession, and the Wolves have had it for the remaining of it. So
kind of a little bit
fantastic.
of a replay of the first half there.
Yep.
Showing blitz.
Big
hole there. Big lumbering back. I like that kid.
Nice kid. Nice run.
Going to pick up about 7? Third and not quite 7. I can't tell. So he just ran for some yards.
You can look at the big red numbers over there. Nice job. So here we go. So convert on third downs. This is their this one's very critical. They've had some great momentum. The last third down was 3rd and 20 plus. They converted on, which is awesome. They're going to have to come up with another big play here to sustain this drive.
I think they're in 4th down territory. I don't think if they don't make it, but they're going to make it here. Pitch left. He's got some room. Boy, that hole just boom.
Closed down by the Bison.
There's a hole there, and then boom, they just fill it. So that defense of Bethel is tough. Really, really tough. Ball's out to about 40, just inside the 45-yard line. We're about 4th and 5.
So I think you're right, Brian. Looks like they're going for it.
We're going for it. This would be a big play. Big
stop
for Bethel.
Yards?
Big play for the Wolves.
Maybe try to draw them off sides. Maybe try to get a cheap 5 yards here.
Nothing cheap about that. Thought the guy was coming.
Nope. And a pass play. Oh, down the middle for a first down. Great play.
Nice play. Nice call, Coach.
Here comes a replay.
Watch this.
Quick drop back right over the middle.
You're all ready for him to misdirection. He just drops straight back. They give him time to protection. The guy's wide open.
Nice pass.
Who was that caught that ball?
Nice hands.
It was a Wolf.
It was a Wolf. Sorry. We'll try to get to it, but great execution. Now remember, these kids have been playing for almost 3 quarters, and that's the first pass play. It's not that easy. So great job.
Yeah, nice. I like that call.
15 back up the middle.
They fooled me on that one. I was going far left. Sweep to the left, and he didn't have the ball. Number 2 didn't have the ball.
Bowden with another positive gain right up the middle. Right over that Wolves' right-hand side of the line. Again, the pass play, the execution was fantastic. Now, they haven't had to do that. They haven't done it a whole lot. So
this is not going to surprise you. Our guy in Florida is giving us a stat. Thank you, Chris. Shout out there. Jordan Lee caught that ball over the middle.
Fantastic. Well executed play by the Wolves. Motion.
Thanks, Florida man.
Josiah right up the middle. So here we go again. Now it's 3rd and 1. I don't know if the Wolves will go back to the pass game here, Brian. I think they're going to be content this will be 4 down territory for them, and confident that they're going to get 2 yards in a couple plays. And in an odd way, we've been lucky. This is the first time that anybody's been down to the north end of the field tonight. And they're got to come back in 50 seconds. Uh-oh. Misdirection went wrong. So that's a big negative play for the Wolves. Didn't see exactly what happened there.
I was just going to say, you think our spotting and play calling was bad before. Now it's down at the other end of the field. We can't see it very well. Well, at least we have an excuse now, right?
That's right. That's right. Looked like there might have been an injury on an internal lineman there for Bethel, but he seems to be all right. Seems to be shaking it off.
We got about 15 seconds to go. Do you think we're going to get a playoff?
Don't know.
Before the end of the third?
4th and 5, though.
Playoffs? Gets the ball.
Back up in the air.
He's open. Little overthrown.
Pass interference.
Now in high school, I think that's just 15 yards, isn't it?
Not sure.
This is where we need
Either
you,
way,
Phil.
I think
Montana Phil.
I think we're still going to
He's flying in Sunday. He's flying in Sunday. He'll be at next week.
Fantastic. So either way, I think it's going to be Wolves first down. So it goes twofold. So we haven't passed a lot, right? Which is kind of a practice or disadvantage for us. But they also haven't defended a lot of passes too. So the opportunity for a mental mistake or a physical mistake by the defender is also a good possibility. So awesome job for the Wolves.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And look at that. Montana Field, Texas, gives us a text telling us what it is. 15 yards, first down for the Wolves. The Wolves are driving.
That should put the Wolves inside about the 15-yard line, maybe. And with 2.3 seconds, I think that will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
They're going to come down to our end.
Come down to say hello to us and be heading down towards the south end.
But, Troy, we were talking earlier. Oh, here's the play. We're going to get one play off here.
Right up the middle. Ooh, Bethel stonewalled him, though. Nice effort by Cypress. Cypress with the run up the middle. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter, Brian. We're still at a 0-0
We're still
deadlock.
Knotted. No points scored tonight yet, but I think all of a sudden it's going to open up and we're going to see some wild scoring. Sort of joking about, our friend Phil, who's here a lot of the times with these games, and he's back in Montana, but he's hearing us, he's watching us because he can, and he's providing us some information of that. My point is that these kids, family and friends from all over the world can be watching these guys, can be seeing them. It's just what a neat experience. And then you start peeling back all the different things that these kids are doing to provide this, and the cheer squad, and the athletic med, and the band. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It goes back to what you said at the very beginning. Football, this game, there's the bowl, there's the pot, and everything that's in there that's making this soup that is just fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. And even this is live information, but the SK Productions people, there's 93 games that are hosted on their YouTube channel. So the infamous 93. Mud Bowl in 2007, or the 1994 state game, and much more. So if you're looking for a classic game in the archives, you can go on to the YouTube
online.
channel.
It's all there.
And watch away.
It is all there. That's just
so I got a kick out of watching the halftime video production too. There's lots of stuff on there. They had how they were recruiting people to come play football from multiple sports, be part of their wolf pack. And Coach Ed Fisher had some words of wisdom in there and the history of him. But then they also had a gentleman on there that they have, they train dogs up here to be guide dogs. I mean, it's just limitless on what the school provides for the kids up here. If they want to get involved.
Well,
all right, here we go.
Here we go.
Ball's on the 13-yard line.
Band stopped playing, so we're opening the window, getting a little air in here.
Oh.
Mr. Lee.
Jordan Lee, right up the middle.
Off
tackle.
Off
tackle made it down to maybe the 7-yard line. It's a nice replay.
I don't think.
Look at the good blocking up front here, Brian. There's John Gosser right there with a good kick out block, number 75. Sprung him free for a little bit.
I don't think we want to put Jordan Lee up the middle. He is an excellent football player, excellent athlete, but he's not the biggest kid, and I don't think we want to run it into those
All right.
tree stumps.
Here we go. 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Motion to the right.
Ball's on the ground.
Oh, miss Hannah.
So tough. What did we say?
Timely, minimized, but I know the effort. It's
now,
hard.
Coach.
He's down on the sidelines. He's not up here.
No, I'm talking to you. If you put your coach's hat on, are you kicking this?
Well, I haven't had the opportunity to see the kids kick throughout the summer. So
well, let's just say that's makeable. Let's just say whoever the kicker is.
Yes.
Who I think might be Nate Erickson. At least he kicked off.
They are lining up for a field goal. So
and who is it that's kicking?
So the ball is spotted. Looks like the ball is spotted maybe at the 9-yard line. Down, here we go. They better hurry. They only got 4 seconds to get this off. And
Ball
it's
snap. Up. It's a fake.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
The Bisons have it well defended.
I don't think he made it.
He's not going to make it. He's down to the 5-yard line. I couldn't tell if that was a design fake or if it was just a.
I think it was a design fake. Kind of
unlucky snap of the ball.
You know, hats off to Bethel.
Yeah, good coverage on it.
They played it well. I mean, something like that. First game to defend against and defend it right.
Well, and I hope that the kids weren't rushed because that got down to the last second before the play clock went off.
Yeah,
so,
it was close. Real close.
Anyway, here we are back. Bison have the ball at their own 6-yard line.
If that was a called play, I don't question that at all. I wouldn't. But anyway, but that good for them. Good for them. You can look back. Oh, they should have kicked it. Well, we don't know. We don't know.
So if there's ever been a time for the home team Wolves to get a 3-and-out,
this would be it.
This would be it.
This totally would be it.
Just starting off in the 4th quarter, they had a very nice, successful drive there. Ate up a lot of clock, a lot of yardage. Gain in the book, but still no points, Brian. We're looking at goose eggs on both teams. 10 minutes left.
Ball's on the ground again.
On the ground.
Oh, tripped up. Nice tackle by just got his shoes by number 44. That is, checking my sheet here, number 44, that is Daniel Welch. He's our linebacker there. Nice play. Just stuck his arm up and tripped the guy up for about a yard loss.
Mishandled exchange again by the Bison.
Yeah, they did. He picked it up.
Yep.
That's at least a half a dozen times they put the ball on. They haven't lost everyone. That would have been nice for the Wolves if they recover that. Okay,
we got a good opportunity. Second and 11.
So we'll call it 2nd and 11 because it's more than 10. Ball snap.
Oh, it's going to be well defended. Nice play. Good job.
No, forward progress.
Bowden Harvey.
The crowd, the student section, which is well
so watch the play by Bowden Harvey. Bowden Harvey read this perfectly. Nice, kept your shoulders square. Perfect tackle, Bowden. Well played, young man. 3rd down on the third down. The ball's on the 3-yard line. 3rd and 13.
This is the hard part, Phil. Who are you? Troy? I'm sorry. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Troy. I'm getting all excited here. But this right here, 3rd and long. They cannot give up the first down here. They pin it just like you said. 3rd, 3 and out, 4 and out, whatever. They got,
See if Bethel keeps the ball on the ground, which they do right up the middle.
Right side. He's stumbling. Nice tackle. Only gains about a yard. About 3 yards because they were backed up there. But it's now 4th and 10. I can call this one. I'm going to call Coach. He's going to punt it.
I know
that's a real stretch.
Here comes some more people out on the field, but
that's an easy call.
maybe the Bison have something up their sleeve, Brian. You never know. So
down this deep? I don't think so, but you never know. This is high school football.
High school football. A lot of things can go wrong with this, and
Wolves got two guys back. They better pay attention to those receivers out there.
Guys way out wide on both sides. Comes a late player in for the Bison.
Yeah, one of your blocking up backs.
I'm not convinced they're punting, but there it is. There's the punt.
It's a short punt.
Just sit on it, boys.
Fair catch.
There you go.
That's all right. Good play. Right there. We got the ball on the 37, 38-yard line.
And again, I know it seems redundant because we watch like college football or the pro footballs, but you know, again, for these kids, you got to be able to snap the ball back there. They got to catch it. They got to kick it, and sometimes it doesn't go off that easy. So nice execution by the Bethel Bison there.
You know, they always say that long snapper's first one on the bus. You know, for teams and all that. One of the guys, Chris from Florida man, who's sent us some information, helping us out through a text. He was a long snapper when he was here at South, and he was a good one. He could put that ball back. He was a good football player,
he's going to throw the ball. He's open. He's open. Got him.
Oh!
Just missed. Just overthrew.
He was open. It was a good ball, but just a little long. That's too bad. That was a nice play. That's why you did all that other misdirection.
There he was.
Nice camera work, guys. Oh, just shy.
Fantastic.
Just shy.
Right into the camera.
I like the play. I like that play.
Absolutely. Just missed, and you know, just slightly off on the timing, but great play, and that's exactly why you know, they've been pounding away, and coach has been having that one in his back pocket, I bet, for a while.
Yep. That's too bad they couldn't have converted. Might see a few more of those. We got 2nd and 10. Bethel's pointing it.
That's offsides. It's motion on us.
Yeah.
Little hitch in his giddy up.
That hurts. They didn't convert on that, and now they get the penalty. It's going to push the ball back 5 more yards. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Gives them more field to play with, right? Thing is, they haven't been stretched. Neither team has stretched the field. You know. Again, they're a run-focused team. Hello, you know, that's what we've been seeing. There's been 5 or 6 passes total for both teams. So Erickson under center. He's looking around. Motion again. Little misdirection, and there goes Mr. Lee. God, he is just tough. Gains about 5 yards.
The clock's ticking dangerously down to a dragon egg 0 to a dragon egg 0 here, Brian. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ball game. Still looking for our first score. All right, 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down for the Wolves. See if we can get a big conversion here. Maybe going back up top. Nope. Fumble by the Wolves. Still
out there.
I think that's going to be Bison football.
Bison, okay. I was going to say, don't get political up here.
Bison. So the Bison take over with 7 minutes left. Ball's on the 21-yard line, their own 21. They have 79 yards to go to put some points on the board.
They need to spread it out a little bit, and the Wolves need another tough defensive stance here and shut them down.
So the Wolves' last series were 3 and out, which was fantastic. Don't think they've chalked up a lot of those this evening. So could use another one right here.
7:01 left in this game. We got wide receivers split wide for Bethel all the way. South is throwing in somebody else in there. They were down a man. Don't want to do that.
I believe he made the tackle. So he was needed in there. But positive 8 yards right out of the get-go, though.
Probably wasn't accounted for when the linemen get in there and say, okay, I got
blocking the ghost.
Blocking this. And where'd that guy come from?
6 minutes left, and we've got to keep the Wolves DBs on their toes as well. See if Bethel decides to get it up in the air here. Nope. Or handoff, and
the ball's on the ground. And I think Bethel recovers. Fortunate for them, unfortunate for the Wolves. So
do not be surprised if you see the Bethel specialty players, running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, walking around school this week with a football under their arm.
Yeah. So I think in high school, if it ends in a tie,
okay,
I think they both start on the 25. Both teams get equal possessions unless the defense scores. I think that's what it is. Thank you, Phil.
And they go until somebody wins, or
somebody wins.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
It's third down. They're going up top. Oh no! Got behind the defenders, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Bison. It was actually a really
they throw it deep once. We were talking about stretching the field. That was a beautiful pass. Give them credit. Good route. Beautiful, beautiful pass.
So yeah, I had to keep them on their toes, and here comes the replay. But watch the air the quarterback put under this.
Well, that replays a little bit. That's all right.
That's all right.
Technical difficulties,
but it was
but that's all right.
Very well thrown ball.
On the money.
Defenders,
on the money.
Got to keep them in front of you.
Nice play. And you know that sets it all. That's all this, all the way through this game sets it up for that. Give them credit. It's disappointing for the Wolves, but they just need to come. There's plenty of time. There's 5.5 left. They'll get the ball back. They just need to come down and score. Bethel's looking, I think, for another player. They're short. Looks like they're going to have to take a timeout because they don't have. They've only got
8 seconds left in the play clock. So it looks
they're
like
short a guy.
Called the timeout.
Hopefully it wasn't the kicker.
So coach is out there trying to keep them positive. It's been such a hard-fought game, and that was the longest play from scrimmage by double, I'm guessing.
Probably triple.
One play.
Because where they were backed up about the 35, 40-yard line. So
third down too, I believe, right?
60-yard,
10, third and 12.
60-yard play. I'm still looking for that celebration cake from Video Production you brought up here. I think Matthew and Greg.
I think they're busy.
I think they are very, very busy, and I think they looked at us and said, "You guys don't need cake."
All right, let's see if the Bison try to kick one, or if they go for two, pull it out. Fans are still staying tough. Looks like a really nice crowd on the South Kitsap side tonight, Brian.
Yeah, the stands are almost full, and when you think about it, that it's school hasn't started. First day of school for South Kitsap students is this Wednesday. To have this kind of crowd, but I think people, things are getting back to normal. They are going to go for two here, Troy.
There we go.
They're putting their quarterback under center, snap of the ball, straight handoff, and there's a flag.
There's a flag. And speaking of the participation up at the high school, and the kids are going back to school on Wednesday, I did notice. I mean, I live relatively close to downtown, and over the last 10 days, a significant uptick in SK flags.
Yep.
Out. So
a lot of spirit there.
Yep, a lot of spirit there. Fantastic to see them all over town, and that's great.
We didn't get any notes on this, but I know for a fact that there are all kinds of positions opening in South Kitsap. If you ever want to, be part of that team, which is is an amazing dynamite team. Whether it's bus drivers, cooks, food service, custodians, teachers,
mechanics. I'm sure
mechanics. Journeymen, electricians and groundskeepers. I mean, this a huge team, and I was part of the team for 30 years, and it's a fantastic place to work. So, if you're looking for a job and you want to do something that benefits kids and other in the community, take a look at South Kitsap for employment.
I tend to go down to the market in downtown every Saturday morning. And the last couple Saturdays ago, I was down there. There was a SK bus parked down there, and they were big envelopes trying to recruit bus drivers, right? So
there you go.
You got to get the kids there somehow. These people, they just don't have pixie dust and transport them over. Over to school.
Yeah. Last year, unfortunately, South Kitsap, they had to cancel some routes. Not very many, But, you know, if it's your kid on that one bus, there was a penalty there on another penalty on the
Bison?
On the Bison, and so they're pushed back even further. They're about the...
So is this the 9th attempt at this extra point,
Yeah,
Brian?
I think so. He's passing, he's got a guy open, and he fumbles the ball. So there's no... So they left the door open for the Wolves. It's we got 5.5 still left in the game, and it's the Bethel 6, South Kitsap 0.
Are they calling this play dead finally, right?
Yes, I think we're going to get a kickoff, and the Wolves are going to get the ball back.
Because you and I have both celebrated a birthday since they scored.
No,
it's been a while.
Yeah, we celebrate birthdays. We don't count them.
Yeah.
At our age, so for sure.
All right, we'll get this ball rolling. There's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Wolves are going to be on the receiving end of the Bison kickoff. See if they can storm down the field here, heading south, and tie this game up, or go ahead.
I think we're going to, this last 5 minutes or so, I think we're going to see, probably even more so with the Wolves open their playbook up a little bit more. They need to. Perfect world here is that they get a nice long drive, eat up the clock like they have multiple times already, get a score, kick an extra point, and wrap up the game with a 7-6 victory. We're going back to the idea of
they've had multiple drives where they've chewed up time clock. They have not had multiple drives where they've scored
points. Correct.
So yeah, we need some.
I was going to say right before Bethel scored that a lot of times you get these. You look at the box score 0-0-0-0 through the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden the end of the game is 54 to.
Well, I don't think we're going to get
49
that.
or something. I don't think we will either. But that's what that playoff. If that's the way that they do those playoffs, that happens sometimes. It looks really pretty funky.
I actually have a little bit of guilt because I asked you what the overtime rules were, so I feel like I jinxed this a little bit.
Troy.
So that's on me.
Okay, it's a short kick. It's fielded on about the 20-yard line. He's looking for a little hole. It makes a move. Picks up about 10, 12 yards. Brings the ball out to the 37, 38-yard line. The Wolves will take over 1st and 10.
Is that bad that I put that on me?
No, I was going to say it, but I wouldn't do that to you. But you called out your own number there, so.
Man. All right, let's go, Wolves. See what you got here. Get good protection up front. We know that if we do have to give the ball back to the Bison, that we're going to get a heavy dose of run up the middle, right?
Absolutely.
So they're going to go into clock management at that point. So
I hope the Wolves don't go too far off script. Doesn't look like it on that play. It's kind of been, some of the same there, but then maybe throw a little new wrinkle into it here and there. But
still plenty of time.
Picked up a couple of yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. I thought he picked up more than 1, but obviously not. It's the angle. It's my angle up here. Can't see it.
So first things first, we got to move the chains here.
Have to move the chains.
I don't think they're looking for it all in just one big play, although that'd be nice. Nothing wrong with that, but
we'll take it. Bethel took it.
Bethel took it for sure.
Handoff right up the middle. Not much there, but a couple yards.
Okay, big play. Well, although it's probably 4th down territory, so they probably have two chances to make 7 yards, 6-7 yards. Looks like. Nate's getting the call in from the sidelines. Got them all in the huddle. They seem to go pretty quick.
10 seconds on the play clock. They got plenty of time. They've managed it well. Misdirection, cut to the left. Still not enough, though. It's going to be about 4th and 5.
4th and 5. This goes without saying. This is Captain Obvious here. Big play for the Wolves.
Just under 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Plays coming in from the sideline, or really it goes the other way around. Nate Erickson goes over to the coach, gets the call, trots out to his teammates and said, "Okay, right here, guys. This is where we need that extra push."
Split out wide to the right.
4th and 5. Same basic formation they've been running the whole time. Looks
Pass
like he's going to
play,
pass.
screen.
Little flip to the screen. He's
Oh.
the ball.
Nice catch. I think he's got the first down. Depends on where they spot it.
I like the play.
Yep, great play.
I don't know. They're saying he's out of bounds. I don't like the play, but it's hard to.
Let's see where
They look excited down the Wolves.
First down, Wolves.
There we go.
Excellent.
I like that play.
Great play.
They made it look just like the other. Here it is, folks.
Excellent
Comes over
concentration on the catch.
The guy releases. Good juggler there. Man, oh man. Probably would have picked up a couple more yards. Wouldn't have been that close. But he was concentrating so hard on catching that ball.
Nice catch, Bowden.
It bounced it around there.
And good for Bowden. He needed to catch the ball
Okay, they're on
first.
the near side of the field. We got 1st and 10. Same formation. Who knows what it'll look like? Right up the gut. Again, and there we see another flag down on the far side. Didn't gain much.
So that's usually an illegal motion out that far, isn't it, Brian?
Usually.
That would be my, or
I
not
hope you're
enough
wrong.
illegal formation. Somebody wasn't up on the line of scrimmage, or too many people up on the line of scrimmage.
I haven't given my disclaimer. Do I need to give my disclaimer? We're both South Kitsap guys, parents. Our kids went all through and all that. We're volunteers. That's why it's not very good, but we do our best to bring this, give you a little bit of info and all that. So our lean, we try to do it evenly as possible, but we know our lean, where our bias is with South Kitsap. We know it. We've both lived here for over 30 years and everything. But I hope, regardless if you're a Bethel Bison fan or a South Kitsap fan, that you're enjoying watching. If you don't like listening to us, which I can understand that, tune off and just watch the ball game.
Yeah,
there is that. But you miss all this wonderful banter that we give.
There is production value.
All right, we're 2nd and 15. Or first and 15.
Got a lot of running room out wide. Goes Jordan. Oh.
Nice tackle. Tackle. He cut through the blocker and made the tackle. It's too bad. He could have picked up some more, but they just can't. Bethel is fast on those corners, and they contain them well.
Great leverage. Great leverage on the Bethel corners out there. Fantastic.
Okay, we got 2nd and about 12, 13. Misdirection, still nothing. Bethel's defense has been, they've been tough. They have just been tough. They're big, physical up the middle, and they're quick on the sides and the corners coming up. Really have not let the Wolves get outside much.
Wolves got to have a sense of urgency here, though. It's 3rd and 13. There's only 1:50 left in the game. I'm sure it's 2-down territory.
There's a
Back to pass again.
Ball's put up there.
Oh, that's pass interference.
Wow.
Well, I think
it was right in front of us. Maybe they said
maybe not catchable.
Not catchable. But he was tugging on the jersey of number 9 there.
He sure was.
Watch this right here. Right there. He's not going to be able to catch that ball, but technically speaking, that was pass interference.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the ball was well out of bounds. So
yeah, unless he was about 15 foot tall, he wasn't going to catch that ball.
All right, so they've got the old chalkboard out down there, Brian. This is 4th and 13. Feels like last opportunity.
You go left, you go right, you go deep, go.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're a little more organized than that.
Probably. They got to get to the.
This is not my father telling me to go to the hedge and take a left and head towards the neighbor's house. So they're a little more disciplined, hopefully, out there. But I'm sure they've got one play in mind here, and they've been saving it for the last game. But it is a large task. It's 4th and 13. The ball's on the 45.
With that Bethel defense, it has not given much up.
Nope.
They've been the typical bend but don't break. So this is probably it for the Wolves here. They got to make something happen. It's 4th and 13. See what they got up their sleeve. Straight drop back pass. He's got time.
Going out to the right.
And it's picked off. He's tackled out of bounds about the 43-yard line. There's a Wolf down.
The Bison, watch this.
No. No. He's not feeling very good. We never like to see that any time during the game to any player on any team.
Nope, I think that's Bowden. It's a little shaken up on the play.
15?
Like he's getting up. Yep, he's had a great game, the young man. Played his heart out tonight. He's made some very good plays offensively, some very good plays defensively.
Bowden Harvey.
Okay, well, back to reality, Brian. There's a minute 30 left in the game. Wolves are trailing by 6, but the Bison have the ball. Fresh off a turnover, and the ball is on.
And if we're to believe
South,
the scoreboard, South does not have any timeouts left. And we just heard in our ears those lights are busted. So South Kitsap does have timeouts.
Maybe they have 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see.
So it's a timeout here. They're going to kind of figure out what they're going to do here.
Again, Bison's ball on the 42-yard line, on South's 42-yard line, heading in and going back to the north. Now, I would be shocked to see anything other than a straight handoff right up the middle, Brian. Heavy dose of that, and use the majority of the play clock.
Sweep left, sweep right.
Yep.
Up the middle. You know, at times Bethel has played well. At other times South has played well. It's you know, it's been a really close. I mean, you take that one play away, and that's what it is in these close games. It's one play.
So Bethel has had the propensity to put the football on the floor this evening. So
you think the coach might have said, yes. Hang on to the ball. Yep, there you go, off left.
Right the middle. Ooh, nice game too. So good hard running by the Bison. Well done, but that so it looks like the Wolves called the timeout, so they clearly have a couple up to them, but they don't have any really options. So they got to either get negative plays, make the Bethel Bison, turn the ball over, or you got to call timeouts and
stop that clock. Weirder things have happened.
So Brian, school starts Wednesday for all of the students, right?
All the students. Although I think kindergarten they do some orientation. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not. Probably not a lot of kindergarten kids or parents listening, but if you are, double check with your schools. But usually it has been in the past where there's some orientation for kindergartners and they start the following Monday.
Gotcha.
But double check with your schools, make sure that I'm not giving you bad information.
You know, the kids in kindergarten get the slack. They get the next week off.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of what they've done in the past. They bring those kids in a few at a time. There's some assessments, seeing where they're at and whatnot. It really helps guide instruction by the teachers as far as knowing where kids are at, how much awareness they have of numbers and letters and words and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, ball snapped.
Right up the middle again. So it looks like the Bison are content to just wheel around and hand the ball off. So it does feel, even by the size of the crowd here tonight, Brian, it's it's been a rough couple years in the school districts, getting participation, not knowing when you can,
not just this school district.
No, everyone. Yeah, what you can do or what you can't do, and participation. So it'll be nice as a member of the community to see the buses full and some kids getting back to normality, and hopefully everybody stays healthy throughout the whole thing and get back to some normalcy, or what these kids perceive to be normal, and engaging throughout their high school career.
Absolutely. So talking to Tim Winter, superintendent of schools here in South Kitsap, and he is just so excited. you know, it's been a rough number of years with, you know, COVID and remote learning and everything came back last year and everything, and they're looking for whatever normal is, the normal school year this year, and are so excited. Staff is just stoked, and, you know, from watching tonight, so are the kids. So.
And here comes the proverbial best play in football. If you can run it, the kneel down, right?
Victory formation, I think they call that.
Yep.
Taking the knee.
So the Wolves, I don't think, can stop the clock. And it looks like the Bison are going to run maybe one more play. But all in all, Brian, you know, it's a loss. It's not, you know, they keep scoring this game, so it's a loss. But a lot of good things that hopefully the kids can take momentum into next week. I think they're right back here at
yes, they are next week against Curtis.
Curtis, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep, absolutely. And Curtis is a team that's building up as well, and all that. There should be another good game, and for the Wolves, hope that's, you know, a little bit more. They got to feel good. I mean, they're disappointed, I'm sure, at a loss tonight. 6-0, you know, they're right in it. They were right there toe-to-toe with, and they fought hard. I'm really proud of the Wolves and the way that they played hard, and Bethel too. I just don't know them.
Yep.
I wasn't ready for that again. Yes, I did jump again for the cannon. I'm sure you heard it. But
all right, thanks, Brian. And the kids are all lined up, and it's nice to see good numbers out there.
Absolutely. So, hey, folks, tune in, tell your friends, your neighbors, and everything. That tomorrow night we're going to, or tomorrow night, next week, same time, same bat channel, and we want to thank you for joining us tonight. And this, and hopefully for the season, and we do these home games. Please tune in to our future broadcast events, like the next home game. We'd also like to thank the students of the video production program here at South who made this television program possible. And again, the final score tonight, South Kitsap Wolves 0, Bethel 6. So long and good night from South Kitsap High School.